And we are live, back for some more Total War Arena. This is Thermopylae. We did, actually last time I was recording, I had just unlocked Carthage, but I hadn't started playing with them yet. We're up in Tier 3. This will probably be the last battle in Tier 3, and then we're going to jump into Tier 4. Rolling some hoplites, trying to unlock the Carthaginian Cav. If you watched either of the cavalry guide videos that I made, I would recommend going and checking those out to see the different balances and differences. And at the same time, hit that like and subscribe buttons, hit the comment section if you have anything interesting to say. We've got some skirmishers, some archers, some cav, and the rest, 3 cav. Oh, and then the rest is infantry. Pretty meat and potatoes. Nothing special going on here. Of course, we're gonna deploy to the middle of the field because we're spears. Maybe we should deploy down in the pass. Nope, it's filled up. Everybody went there. But now to the more important part. I'm not going to be commentating this battle, but I've got my buddy Jack here, which if you go to my channel and watch our Saturday night drunk shenanigans and some Civ 5 and some Minecraft, I think are the only two
Yeah, better
videos
things to
we
do
did.
than to go there. That was a
Civ,
rough draft.
the Civ 5
That, that,
video was pretty funny.
that was workers' progress,
That
and
was work
I'm
in
not
progress.
I'm not guaranteeing anything spectacular this time. Just glad to be talking to y'all again. I'm
It's a
enjoying a
good,
Sunday night with my
it's
boy
a,
Cav.
it's a good Sunday night. Wait, did you say you were drinking whiskey too?
Yes, well, yeah, I'm drinking bourbon. I picked up a $45 bottle of Bullet bourbon.
Yeah, buddy.
It was 1.75 liters. Um,
That's standard.
and it's not standard.
Oh,
It's
no,
bigger about
1.5 liter. Yeah, that's a double.
1.75. So it's like having a
That's more than a
regular
double.
fifth of booze and then adding another fifth of booze
And then
with
some.
like a little pint of booze on
Yeah,
top of it.
that's a big bottle.
It is
That's
a
a
pretty
big.
big bottle, and unfortunately, I'm almost already done with this bottle, and I bought it on Friday, so
It's
maybe I
a.
have a problem, maybe not. Um,
No, no, no,
I
no.
need,
That's a big boy bottle for a big boy. That's all that is.
yeah, suckling down his medicine.
Yeah. Dude, that's your formula, dude. That's.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm on the.
I
This is
don't
the
know why. I
last.
don't know why we have Zoloft. We have booze, and I've had it for centuries. So
I'm on my. This is the last glass of the Buffalo Trace, which I'm still gonna maintain as the best bourbon that I've ever had.
I,
And
I just want to throw out as a diehard. I was making some potatoes at home this weekend, and I fried them. And this just so happened to be while I was enjoying the bottle of Bullet bourbon, and I ended up popping in a potato a little bit too quick out of the pan, and it burned the shit out of the roof of my mouth. And so now it really hurts to eat or drink anything.
even
It's like
milk.
it feels like I made myself sick without coming in contact with any of Kevin's children.
Have you tried drinking milk? Does milk make it feel better?
Temporarily, so do iced beverages. But yeah, any food, especially if it's a salty food, really hurts. Not a fan of this, and I know I've got about a week left in me to go till the roof of my mouth is healed again, and I can repeat the cycle like so many other of my favorite activities.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about other than don't eat fucking hot food that's too hot. I do that. There's a
I didn't know that. Of
dude.
course, I
Well,
knew don't eat hot food, but I made a mistake. It happens. We all
um,
do it.
there's a pizza place that I go to a lot for lunch that I burn the roof of my mouth every fucking time, and then the rest of my day is so unpleasant.
Well, no, it sucks because although I will give props to it, it makes smoking cigarettes a lot easier. There's
Burning the
something
roof of your
like
mouth.
there's something about having the inside of your mouth feel like a tire that makes having a cigarette that much more of a breeze. Um, that's at least my take on it.
I don't know about that, but I think. Ah! Sorry, now I'm getting distracted. Now the real fighting has started, so I'm getting a
The
little
real
distracted.
fighting?
The real fighting has started in this
Don't tell me some
Philadelphia.
dipshit's trying to run up a hill through a wooded area.
Trying to charge archers on a ridge at the top of a hill of a wooded area on Marathon for anybody that's. Oh shit! I'm
Now,
getting back
now, like
direction.
that seems like a compounding effect. Why does the matter of the hill and why does the matter of the woods seem like such a bad idea?
No, because you're charging uphill in woods. I think you do take less archer damage in woods. Actually, I know you take less archer damage in woods, but you're charging up a hill while taking enemy fire, and oh shit, I am in a bad position here. Um, this battle is not going in my favor at all. Um, well, hopefully I get plenty of points, but the trick is to, well, to not do that. So you're charging up a hill. They're on a ridge, so you can't charge right at them. You have to get around the ridge and get up on the ridge. Um, and then at the same time, you can't move as quickly uphill, so it's going to take you longer to cross that field. And the guy that was doing it was he was like Roman infantry, but he didn't pop Testudo. So like if he had popped Testudo and just like slowly kind of turtled up this hill until he got close enough to break
What was
range and
Testudo?
charge. That's where they put all the shields up in front, and they make like a shield wall, but then they also did it on top of them so that it was like a turtle.
All right, you were giving me shit for not knowing what a hob something was,
A hoplite.
which sounds a lot like a Greek phalanx, which sounds a lot like the thing you're describing right now.
Yeah, I mean it is kind of the same thing, but with swords and shields instead of spears and shields. And the Romans had those bigger shields, like they didn't have the little round bronze shields; they had like big wooden shields.
I don't know. It all sounds like there were a bunch of cultures out there that got the same idea, the same basic idea, by the way,
And the
and they
Romans
just
just did
gave
it
it its
better.
own special name,
Yeah,
and then they decided to incorporate it in this game right now, and make you learn the difference between them all, even though they're all practically the same move.
yeah, no, yeah. So the
Okay.
Macedonians called it a phalanx. The Greeks called it a hoplite. The Romans did it and they called it a testudo. The Germans did it too, and they just called it a shield wall, but in whatever Germanic language they were speaking. Did you watch Vikings at all?
I did not watch Vikings. You
Oh.
told me about Vikings.
Yeah, they do shield walls in Vikings, which is it's the same as a testudo. There we go. So I just tiered up to tier 4. We ended up winning the battle even though, well, I think I indirectly affected helping win the battle because there was like 6 people that were all swarming to fight me in the middle while the rest of my team went and took their base. So that went pretty well. And I can jump. I gotta look at my commander. I gotta get into the tech tree here. I gotta look at my abilities tree. Ooh, so there's like recharge time, impact damage, cooldown. I don't think I have enough. I'm leveling up my commander's abilities in the next tree, and I don't know if I have quite enough experience to max everything out, and I don't. But I almost maxed everything out, and I think I can unlock. I still have enough left over to unlock. I do still have enough left over. 828. I'm gonna do one more battle in this tier. Not that you care. 2 recharge time. Their ability trees in this game are really fucking annoying. Like they're really expensive and they don't seem like they do like that much. Go for recharge time again. Oh, I was able to cap everything out completely, actually. I had just enough money. So that's not too bad. So we got a bunch of cooldown reduction.
So how close are you to being king of the world?
That doesn't happen in this game, unfortunately. If
You don't get to be king?
No.
Ah.
I wonder if there's like global ladders. There probably is. I'd be interested to see if there's global ladders.
I don't know. Are you able to talk shit to like 12-year-olds?
Oh, dude,
like,
dude, when I get drunk, I talk so much shit in this game. And dude, you can use a brush, so you can draw on the tactical map that your entire team can see, like what you're doing, and everybody draws dicks. I think one of the recordings that I put up recently was just me drawing dicks on the map.
Have you ever thought of just drawing a beaver?
Drawing a beaver? Dude, you know what? Nobody's been drawing beavers, so I think I might do that.
I think you gotta represent.
I'm queued up for another battle right now, so
I mean that's a whole other part of the world. No one's representing the beaver.
I think we're gonna have to do that. Should I make it a beaver with a taint or just the beaver?
Just a beaver.
Just the beaver.
Yeah.
I'm already
Build that dam.
I'm already using my creative abilities to figure out how we're gonna draw this. I'm gonna have to make like 2 ellipses, and then like maybe a circle, and then like a couple ovals in it. I'm gonna have to do it quick too, because the stuff that you draw on the map only lasts for like 5 or 6 seconds.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to draw it like really quick.
Can you draw a disappointing face on it? Why?
Maybe. There was one battle where like we had won it, and I got like swarmed by like 3 players from the other team. And like after I died, well, the rest of my team went forward to win it. I was just like, I was in the all chat and I was saying, I'm drawing dicks on you, I'm drawing balls on you, you fucking idiots. Like, you stayed on me. And I don't do that like when I'm recording, because like I'm really not a toxic player. Like, there's a difference between just like some good shit talking and being a toxic player.
What is a toxic player?
Dude, like a toxic player would be like if I went and fed just so that my team would lose. That would be like a toxic player. If I was telling everybody that they were shitty, that's like a toxic player. So here's, actually, I'm just gonna say Capitoline Hill. We've got 2 cap, an archer, all infantry. I'm the only spears. This is gonna be a really interesting fight. I'm the only spears on my team. And somebody's giving obvious advice. Oh, this is going to go well. The only archers that are on our team are deploying behind me. And that's how you win games. Is with with the spear line and archers hidden behind them. That's how you win games.
I bet there's other ways.
Oh, no, unless the archers go into...
There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Dude,
whoever came up with that awful expression, sounds like a serial killer.
Wait, the expression is actually there's more than one way to skin a cat?
Yeah.
Is that actually...
You've never heard that?
No, dude, I have, but... I mean, I think I have. I don't know. But that does sound
it's
like
one of those weird
killer
ones where it's like, why is that like a phrase?
Mm-hmm.
It really does sound like something that like a disturbed child does in their backyard. Like, I've done it all kinds of ways.
Didn't Sam's neighbor kill cats or something like that?
Maybe. Honestly, I wouldn't be that bummed out. I mean, cats are kind of shitty, but that's
I know,
just 'cause
Hitler
I'm a dog person. I'm a dog person.
Oh, I'm always going to be a dog person. Dude, and the funny thing, I was reading something recently. All right, so here's a good topic of conversation. That the difference between dogs and cats is like when like people die, cats will eat your fucking body. Like they will eat your body when their source of food runs out, near their source of food. So they will start eating your body. But dogs won't do that. Dogs will sit there and they'll be sad, and like a week later they'll come and the dog is like near starved to death. Um, and I think that's kind of funny that there's like people out there, and I don't want to use their names or anything, but my brother's wife, they're a cat person. My brother's raised a dog. He loves dogs. He loves Lizzie. He loves Maddie and Maggie. He was raised a dog person. He's still a dog person, and she's like,
Dude, she changed him.
dude, she's like afraid of
Why
dogs.
did he become such a bitch all of a sudden?
Um, I don't know, man, but
Like, what happened? Like, what happened? The pussy can't be that good, man.
no, it can't be. I mean, I know they have like a lot in common and stuff like that, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, dude, like,
Not
you
if
were raised
she's
a dog.
like against him playing video games and having a dog and all those other things, and having a nice car and all those nice things he likes.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like, what are you trying so hard for? You married her.
Well, she married you too, is like the whole thing, and that's like my thing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you two accepted each other as like your own entities. Like, why is it where it's like, no, I can't like things I like anymore?
Why is that a thing exactly? I don't know, man. It's fucked up. Um, but that's
Like, what?
that's like one of those things where like they have a cat, and like, dude, I like cats. Like, I should preface this with like, I like cats. I'm not one of the. There are some crazy dog people that are just like, um, that are like, oh, I would never own a cat. I would never do that. But I do think that it's interesting that like cats will eat you, and they did a study, and the only thing that apparently is stopping cats from killing and eating you at any given time is that you're bigger than them and that you give them food. So like they recognize that you're like a necessity, but as soon as you're gone, they're just like, yeah, I had no fucking attachment to that person whatsoever.
Yeah, cats are evil.
Yeah, they are.
Actually, they're not evil. They're just like, I get why a
They're
cat
predators.
does what it does.
They're predators, and they're not as domesticated as some people might think.
Well, and they're not pack animals.
No, they're not.
They don't. I get the cat. I would own a cat if one was like, oh, this is cool.
I won't
Like,
even
I've even
steal
thought
a
about
cat.
I've even thought of getting a cat for my apartment because I kind of want a pet, but I want something I don't have to care about that much.
Well, yeah, a dog
So
wouldn't
like,
work
I'm
for
like the
you.
ideal candidate for a cat owner.
Yeah, because a dog
Like, I
wouldn't
just
work for you
want
in your
something
lifestyle.
around.
A
I'm
dog
really,
definitely
I'm
wouldn't work for you.
No, not right now, not right now. But in the future, I plan on owning a dog. But there's a cat that my neighbors have that they just like let running around the pond and stuff, and it keeps trying to hunt the ducks. It has had
Dude, that's
zero
pretty cool.
successful duck hunts.
That's pretty
Like,
cool.
all the ducks have to do is get into the water, and the cat's like, I give up. And I was thinking to myself, like, motherfucker, if a dog was chasing after a duck because it was hungry,
It'd
a
go
pond
over.
would not stop that dog. That dog would keep going.
Especially a lab. Labs were literally bred to go into the water after ducks. That's what labs are. That's why labs are water dogs. Like they're bred, and that's why Lizzie's so funny because Lizzie is terrified of water. And I'm like, babes, you're a lab. You're supposed to be running and jump. You're supposed to be leading us into the water and like going after. So I think that's really funny that like she hates the water. And then you get Maggie and Maddie, and Maggie and Maddie, they see water and they're in it. Like they don't even care. They don't need a reason. They're in the water. There doesn't have to be anything to chase. They're just fucking there. Apparently tigers actually don't mind water, but the rest of the cats are afraid of them. But I mean, circling back to my bro, man, like they've got a cat, so like no dogs, sensible car. I know they're planning on having kids, like probably relatively soon, and I'm just like, dude, live a little bit, because he converted to Catholicism, so like they're not.
You what?
Dude, he converted to Catholicism for the
Not
marriage.
that it's a big deal. I'm just saying, like, wow.
Yeah. So he converted to Catholicism, which we were obviously raised Protestant, which Yeah, actually, I feel kind of bad on the religious front for my parents because Kelly doesn't go to. Kelly's gotten really nihilistic. Um, she's
Kelly's
got,
doing her own weird thing, and I don't get it, and I don't care.
yeah,
It's kind of like it's like the sub story where it's like, oh, what are the crazy Beardsley's up to? It's like, no, no.
like she's gotten kind of nihilistic. Oh wait, we got to draw. I forgot. I forgot drawing. Wait, I'm gonna draw vagina. Here we go. I'm gonna draw vagina. Dude, this is a really bad vagina drawing. I'm gonna give it some pubes. Oh, it's starting to disappear before I can give it pubes. Maybe it's squirting. Maybe they're pubes. Who knows? Oh, somebody wrote suck my edenol. I don't know what that said.
It's this weird social anxiety medicine.
Yeah, somebody drew a butt. Like, there's way every. I feel like everybody in this match is drawing. Suck. What does he say in Clerks? He says suck. It's not suck tit. It's not suck titties. What does he say? Eat pussy. That's what he writes. I'm writing eat
Yes.
pussy. There we go. And I got it all up before it started going away. Oh, and I accidentally told my troops to like run to a part of the map I didn't want them to go to. I typed eat pussy and somebody just in the group chat said smiley face, yes please. Like you're not actually a girl. There are no girls playing Total War.
You don't know that.
Maybe there are. Maybe there are. But dude, I'm in the community. I'm in 3 Total War communities online on Facebook, right? And I'm on. There are some girls. The girls in the Crusader Kings. All right, so here's something that I find really interesting. The girls in the Crusader Kings and the Paradox games that I play, they come and go, man. Like they come and go really, really, really quickly. Oh, I'm about to get massacred in this forest, but I don't give a shit. But they come and go really quickly, and they post stuff to their channels. Like so, like they all have YouTube channels, or they're recording on such and such a website, and they all post links. Like they'll show up and they'll join the group, and they're just like, oh yeah, like I'm a streamer. Like dude, like some Brenna shit, man. Like some straight Brenna shit. Fuck, I don't know how to select. I just did really. I just massacred all my troops. All of my troops are gonna fucking die in like 2 seconds here. But like they all in all of the Paradox groups that I'm in, they are all doing this shit where like they'll show up and they'll be like, "Hi, I'm new to the game." Like they'll post in the chat and it's like, "Oh shit!" Like there's a girl and it's usually like an attractive girl from the profile picture. Um,
Filters, bro.
but they'll always be like, "Hi, like I'm new to the game. I just got this game. Blah blah blah. I'm looking for tips." And that'll happen. I've seen this happen 3 times in Crusader Kings. I've seen it happen 3 times in the Crusader Kings group. I've seen it happen once in the Stellaris group. And I've seen it happen once in one of the 3 Total War groups. I don't remember which one, but I want to say it was a Warhammer group. Where I'll notice, and I'm on those chats every day. I might not be commenting, I might not be liking, but I get a notification every time a post is made. Every single fucking post for all of these 8 or 9 groups that I'm in on Facebook. I get a notification. I've seen it happen 3 times Crusader Kings, once in Stellaris, once in Total War. So 5 times I've seen a new girl will just show up and be like, hey, like I'm new to the game and I'm looking for tips or blah blah blah, and people are like immediately start showering them with advice, which is fine. Like that's what we do. I mean, the same thing happens for guys. Guys don't get as good of a response as girls do. Girls obviously get more of a response from players because losers play these games. Like, let's be honest. I'm sorry if you're watching this. There's like a 50-50 chance that you're a fucking loser. I was a loser at one point in my life. I don't think I'm a loser now.
I think you're a loser, Kev.
Yeah, I know you do.
I think you're a big loser. Biggest loser I know, man.
Yeah. I've done pretty well for myself though. I went from
No, you haven't.
dude from World of Warcraft Cav in high school, to where I've gotten now. I've done pretty fucking well. But these girls will show up and they'll say, hey, I'm new to the game, I'm looking for advice. And then a day or 2 later, when they've kind of figured out some of the basics of the game, all of a sudden they're posting links, and all of these groups fucking block, and maybe this is why the girls go away. Maybe somebody on the admin team does realize that, like, oh no, we need to stick with our policy and block this person, even if they are a girl. I'd be interested to go back. I would be interested to go back and and see. And I've promoted this channel on some of the groups, but I only do it if somebody else asks a question. If somebody else asks a question, or does something, I'm like, oh yeah, like I've done that in a game, then I'll share my video, and I'll say, oh yeah, no, like I'm gonna do you one better than screenshots. I actually have a recording of me doing that, and I've actually only done that twice. I've only shared my channel to my Facebook groups twice, but these girls, after a couple days, they'll start posting links to wherever their channel is, or wherever. It's so awful. This is the worst of the 3 games that I've played while we're recording now, but they'll do that, and then after a couple posts they'll disappear, and I hope that they do get banned. But that's the only time that I've seen female interaction on Total War Facebook groups, or on Crusader Kings or Stellaris. The only female interaction that I've seen is from girls showing up, saying that they're new to the game, asking for tips, and then immediately sharing to their channel. And there's some funny memes that go around, like if you look at female streamers and you look at male streamers, there's, like, you can put your little webcam in the bottom, where, like, you can record yourself while you're playing and have your face on there. And with the girls, it's like, it'll be like a fucking cam whore. Like, literally like a pornographic cam whore, go onto Pornhub and watch any amateur movie. It'll be like a webcam where it's them, and then their game is like maybe a quarter of the screen or less, instead of it being just their face with the whole game on, and it's like them talking while they're playing, and they're always really fucking bad, but guys go and like beat off to that. I hope they're not watching it for any period of time, but like they just go and beat off to it, but then these girls...
Wait. So are they not working while playing games, or are they craftily playing games while working?
They're using... I'm not following what you mean by working, but by working, if you mean cam whoring for money.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're purporting that they're gaming, but really they're working. And I don't know why that's such like a popular thing. And I think they come and go pretty frequently, but like, I mean, it pollutes the community a little bit, in my opinion. But I mean, guys are never... gamers especially are a desperate group of people. And this is gonna get... I've been wanting to get into like Showdown and talking about manhood and talking about some serious topics while I stream, but like, dude, like hardcore gamers, like, dude, like I know guys through Alex, right, that literally refer to women as females, like that they're this unobtainable, uninteractable sect of...
Wait, who does that?
Dude, guys that Alex is friends with. Like, dudes that do, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering and fucking Warhammer Tabletop. Like, some of those guys are, like, some of those parties that we go to, some of Alex's parties that we go to, they literally refer to women as females. Like, there's just this uninteractable group of people that they can't possibly have, unless they're just as fucking awkward socially and have just as poorly developed social skills as they do, which isn't even truly the case, because they can sit there and have a very good, intelligible conversation with somebody about one of the different fucking games that they play, or one of the movies or TV shows that they're into. But as soon as you throw a girl into the mix, they can't sit there and have a conversation with them. And it's like, well, like, don't call them, like... I don't fucking know, but that's something that...
I don't know if the females would agree with you right now, Kev. I think you're missing out on the big point of things.
What wouldn't they agree with me about? That there's...
I'm just saying that I think the females out there might have a different perspective than you.
Well, no, that there's smelly neckbeard guys that don't know how to fucking approach women, that don't know how to talk to women without being fucking weird. Or
Kev, I'm just saying that the females out there might not be able to relate to you as a person.
I don't know. Oh, you're saying my ability to go and talk to women?
Yeah, the females, Kev.
So you're saying, I don't know. I mean, I never had trouble. I never had trouble talking to women, and I slept with plenty of them before I got one pregnant and settled down and started a family. And I never referred to them as females. I was always a little bit of a douche and a little bit of an
Kev,
asshole.
I was just fucking around, man. I didn't want
Fucking
to hear
around.
about I didn't want to hear you pat yourself on the back, even
No,
though.
dude, it was. I actually had a girl walk away from me when I told her that I played World of Warcraft once. I'm not even shitting you. Like, there was a girl who was, there was a girl who I'm pretty sure was ready to sleep with me. And she asked what I was doing the next day, and it was still when I was playing World of Warcraft. And I was actually still a virgin at the time. I hadn't lost my virginity yet, so I was coming up to it, and I was a little bit drunk. And it was a girl from St. Francis, which is really interesting because then the girl that I ended up losing my virginity to was from St. Francis. But I don't think they knew each other. But anywho, um, she asked me like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, just in small talk while we were drinking at this underage party in high school. Um, she's like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? I was like, oh, like, I'm probably just gonna like play video games all day, because that's what I do on Saturdays unless I have sports to go to because I still did like track all through high school. And so unless I have a meet to go to, then like usually I just play video games or I might go and do something with my friends. She was like, "Oh, what games do you play?" And I think she was like expecting that I was gonna be like, "Oh yeah, like I play like Call of Duty on Xbox," which like I did play Call of Duty, but I played it on PC. But my dumb ass said, "Oh, I play World of Warcraft." And all of a sudden, like 2 hours of small talk that was going really well with physical touching. I think she may have even kissed me on the cheek. I know I grabbed her butt at one point, and I was like, I knew I was getting fucking late. I knew I was losing my V card that night. It been talking to this girl for 2 hours, mixing drinks. She wasn't talking to anybody else. I wasn't talking to anybody else. Like it was just me. We were smoking cigarettes. I think Nick even smoked us down with some weed. I don't even remember what the girl's name was. But as soon as I dropped, oh yeah, no, like I'm probably gonna play World of Warcraft all day tomorrow. Was basically what I said to her. She was not fucking interested anymore. She's not. It wasn't gonna fucking happen. It wasn't gonna fly. She wasn't gonna sleep with a fucking loser. Um, even though, fuck, man. Um, it was a funny story for me in high school how I almost didn't. I almost did, and then shot myself in the foot and didn't lose my virginity because I played video games. And girls aren't into that.
I don't know, man. Different strokes for different folks. They're out there.
There's not many girls that are turned on by guys who play video games.
All
Even
right.
Brenna, dude. Even Brenna, the person that we know that would probably like actually have. Brenna's the closest thing to a legitimate girl gamer that I know, and I'll give her credit. She's gotten pretty good at some of the games that she plays. League of Legends is the only one that I ever played with her, and she was just as good as me at League of Legends. But even then, I would say that I think that there was a bit of an element of wanting attention that came out of that. There was a bit of a wanting attention element that came out of that, and I think it was less about playing the game itself and mastering the game itself as it was about getting attention, which is kind of sad, and it is what it is, but whatever. Shit. All right, you want to have a smoke break? Cause I just
Yeah, I'm done
got
with the smoke break.
Yeah, I just leveled up to the next level. It just hit 11. So I'm gonna end this recording. If you've been sticking with us for I gotta look at. So you've been sticking with us for 38 minutes. That's actually not bad. That's 38 minutes of recording. Hopefully I'm not too quiet. I apologize for that. Hit the like section, hit the comment section, hit the subscribe section. Those aren't all sections, but I don't care. I'm almost done. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to get some more whiskey too. I'm gonna have to go up into the. I'm probably gonna bring the Chivas down because I don't really care what I drink right now. I'm not gonna touch the Macallan or the Lagavulin, but that's the only booze. Oh, I've got some. I actually have some rum. I've got some rum in the cabinet. I've got some wine in the cabinet, but I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to bring the Chivas down. I'm going to bring the Chivas down. And I'm going to keep going. But yeah, dude, let's have a smoke break. I'll buzz you for my cell in a minute.
Hey, Kev.
What?
When I fucking crack my ice cube tray, I feel like I'm giving my ice cube tray an adjustment.
like, Spinal
Like
adjustment.
after all that chiropractor time,
Isn't there,
like
it does sound good when you do that, though. Like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Which we have rubber ice cube trays, so, like, I don't get that feel anymore. But I know exactly what you're talking about. Alright, I'm going to cut the recording right here. Like, comment, subscribe, all of you motherfuckers. If you want to hear me talk about what you need to be a fucking man, please hit the comment section and let me know. I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to start talking about what it really means to be a man and what that's all about. Maybe we can talk about that when I start recording again in a second, Jack, because I know that you're going to give good...
I'm not a man.
You're not a man. I know you'll give good counter arguments to my arguments, though, so I think I might have to jump into that. And we'll be back in just a little bit.